YouTube, what's happening? It is Friday, January 17th. And as you can see, we have two NFL games tomorrow on Saturday and two NFL games on Sunday. Today's video is going to focus specifically on tomorrow's games. We have Houston and Kansas City and Washington and Detroit. So we're going to break these two games down. We're going to look at the props. We're going to look at the stats, all the depth chart, all the usual stuff. If you want the chart for yourself, so you can do your own research for all sports, all you got to do is go over and join the HQ. Simple as that. But if not, no big deal. It's going to be here for you. I just try to make it so you can do it on your own time instead of having to watch a video. So enough of that. We have two games. Let's go ahead and jump to the first game right now. All right, so obviously we're going to start with the first game of the day, which is going to be Houston and Kansas City. The game is at 4:30 Eastern, so let's go ahead and look at the odds. Currently, we have Kansas City as 8.5-point favorites. 41.5 is the current total out there. We're going to bounce over here, look at the depth chart just to see who's hurt, who's not, things like that. Everybody's been pretty good, I'm sure. So we got Mahomes, we got Pacheco, we got Worthy, Hopkins, Hollywood. Everybody's there. You can see who's on IR. Kelsey, the O-line, everybody looks fine. Defense, all the main. Chris Jones is there. All the main ones there. Watson's questionable. That's interesting. That's haven't played in 2 weeks. Surprised we're still questionable. And Harrison Butska is there. So let's go to Houston now. Mixon questionable. Woods questionable. Aziz questionable. Woods. Let's see what's any updates with these guys yet. Mixon, who's officially questionable, is very, very real chance to play. So might as well make him probable or just say he's going to play. Why is he so questionable? Injury reports were really just. Anyways, let's go to the numbers. We have 3-2 in their last 5, 4-1 in their last 5. Now you can't even count that one because they played nobody in the last week. It was against Denver and they lost like 38-0 or something like that because which means it's going to influence the stats a little bit. So it's whatever you see the numbers, kind of just bump them up a little bit because you got to kind of take out that last game. You know what I'm saying? So 28-15, 26-16, you can see the numbers, and mainly might even want to just look at how they do all season instead of the last 5. Who knows? But it is a 5-game average, and the fact they still kind of suck at all these numbers, like they suck against running the ball, that's more than just one game. And then opponent rushing 135. Okay, you see the numbers. I think for this one, passer rating that you just played, I can use you all day. So passing yards, Stroud has not been doing pretty good recently. So I don't know exactly what I need to do here. We're not going to take Stroud passing. Let's go to props and just peek around a little bit. So this is Outlier. Link in the pinned comment. Click it, sign up, get you a week for all sports, not just NFL. We have our QB tab, our running back tab, our wide receiver tab, and then our receiving tab, and then we have our little special tab, which is going to be your touchdowns, your kicking, and your defense. So starting here, we don't have much. All we see is Will Anderson to get a half a sack, which it's Will Anderson. It's probably a good bet. So yeah, and 2 field goals from Houston's kicker, 1.5 is always good. So let's open these two up and look. Will Anderson in his last 10 games, you can see what he's done sack-wise. 3, 1, 1, 0, 2, 0, 1, half, and 1.5. Dude's a beast. Just to get half a sack now. Yeah, kind of. Go back over to the numbers real quick. We actually have this on here. How many sacks they allow? They are 11th in the last 5 games. Only allow 1.8, but they're 2.4 on the season. So they're not the best protection for Mahomes, but Mahomes just like to run for his life a little bit. So it might be a fun play to take Will Anderson to root for a sack because he is a beast. Let's look at the kicker. I mean, he had 3 against LA, and then only 1 there. And then you see how he's been most of the season. We look at the whole season, you see he's averaging 2.1 this season with a 78% hit rate. So if you want to take this, it could happen. I think of these two, I kind of want to go Will Anderson to get half a sack. Just saying, sometimes this dude is unguardable. So let's look what else we got. Let's go to QBs. We got Mahomes and Stroud. Mahomes is hitting, was this 250 and 252? We take the better number. Obviously, we'll look at Stroud since there's only 2 games. We'll look at everybody. This is Mahomes. He's averaging 253 in the last 10. The last 5, he's averaging 251 in the games he's played. So, yeah, you can see how he's done. That's pretty good. Cannot complain there. Head to head. Last time we played Houston was on the 21st of December, so almost a month ago, and he threw for 250. What was that? 260s what he threw for. So you could take this if you want. It depends if you think they need it. Let's look at running backs or I was like, losing CJ Stroud first. And CJ has had he had 50 yards in this game. Look at that, 185 and then 282 against he showed it when he needed to, but man, whole season he's averaging 222. The number's 229. It's already over season average. Last 10 average is 206. Last 5 is 178. It's just, I wouldn't touch this. There's nothing in our favor. If I had to pick between the two, I'm taking Mahomes 10 days out of 10 easily. So let's look at running. Now looking over here, we see we have some 70s in the last 10, but it's Kareem Hunt and it's Pacheco, and you can see they both have different numbers. We're going to take the better number, obviously. So let's start off with Hunt. 2024, you see what he's been up to ever since. Yeah, you can see his numbers. Now he has been kind of rough the last few games, so his average has gone down a good bit. And if we look at Pacheco, you can see what he has done in his 2024 season. Also, numbers have gone down. So I don't know if I'd even trust running, because remember, Kansas City is 28th in running. It's 89 yards a game. Houston has an average run defense at 20th, so you could take this, but there is the game script where if you think KC's in the lead, maybe they just start running the ball more. That could be a thing. So that's up if you want to take it. That's risky. I wouldn't. I don't like downtrend here, so I'm going to pass on that one, and I don't like this downtrend either. So again, I'm going to pass on that one. So we're going to remove those two, and I'm damn sure not taking Mixon. Mixon's banged up, so I don't care if he's very, very real chance to play. I'm not taking him. So let's look at receivers, because if anything, P-Run is always a fun one, because it's just, no one thinks about it. You see what it's done. Last 5, 100%. Last 10, 90%. And Hopkins to get 31 yards, that's a good one. And that's the main two I would look at. So P-Run receiving yards, he always, every game, he just does it. He's on a 13 of 17 all season. He has hit. He's 76%. And you take out the first 4, that's what? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 12 out of 13. He has hit this number, which is only 10.5. Basically, it's one wheel route or one screen, one pass in the flat. It just does it every game. So it's just like they need that one first down. They run it. It works. It's good stuff. So I will take that for sure. I will take that. Hopkins, that 7 annoys me. And then he's so close on this line. Everybody's thinking about that. You could take that. I will be taking this one. Then you got to look at, okay, are we going to be looking at, we'll sort by the odds now. Let's see. The line, not the odds, the line. Nico's at 83, 84. Kelsey's at 52. Do you really want to touch those? Then you're really going to be hoping for things when you can just come down here. You could take Woods. You could take that. It's not the best. So I personally am going to, I don't like Nico's numbers, like 20% last 5, 40 last 10. Those aren't good numbers. Kelsey kind of just stands there half the time. He's just out there just to be out there, too busy looking up at the press box instead of focusing on the game, it feels like. Hollywood has been, let's look at Hollywood. I'm intrigued by Hollywood. Let's see what he did. Yeah, it was 2024. He's only played in 2 games, so you really can't count his whole numbers. But you see what he's doing. He's getting enough. How many targets is he getting? That's the main thing. 7 and 8. Not bad. I think this is who I like. I think I want to take P-Ron and Mark Hollywood for receiving. And then lastly, I think I'm going to take Will Anderson for that sack. And I'm a little worried about taking this, but then I might not be. I don't take more than 3 plays in the NFL. I'm trying to only do 2, to be honest, just to be frank. I'm just trying to keep it low, because some of these plays is like, woo. All right, let me look at my tracker. Let me pull it up. NFL. I do 3 plays. So yeah, play 1 is going to be for sure. I personally am going to go P-Run. So over 10.5 receiving yards. And then I'm going to take Hollywood. We're going to do Brown over, not targets. Hey, if I can do targets, that'd be bad too, but I'll take receiving yards over 41.5 receiving yards. And then lastly, we're going to take Will Anderson and get that sack. So we'll take those 3 plays. Now, for people that don't like props, I understand some of you don't. Come back over here. Let's look at the numbers. We have Houston and Casey 8.5 at the 41.5. Well, based on the numbers, the offenses are not good. Look at these numbers. They're just not doing great. Defense is doing pretty good. So I would lean the under personally, and I would still lean Kansas City, because I just do not trust Stroud this season. He did good last week against LA, but I don't trust him. That's just me personally. You might trust him, but have fun if you do. That's a sweat. I just can't do. So I will lean KC. I will lean the under, and I will take those 3 props next. All right, game number 2 is going to be Washington and Detroit, and we can see it is Detroit 9.5, 55.5 is the total. Let me just hope both these games ain't blowouts. These are some very large spreads for the semis of the playoffs. Can we please not have some blowouts? I get enough of that in the NBA. So 55.5 is the total. Let's pop over here to the depth charts. We see Goff, Gibbs, Brown, Williams. All the main people are there. Laporta, defensive wise, you can see who's there. I don't see any issues there. Washington, Daniels, Robinson, McLaurin, Ertz. Defense is looking good. Yeah, everyone's there. So good deal. Look at the numbers. See what we got. 5-0 last 5, 4-1 last 5. You can see what they've been up to. Both in the top 6 in scoring. Both are in the top 10 in yards. 23rd in passing yards versus 31. Detroit has the second worst pass defense in the league, in the whole league, in the last 5 games. So that ain't good. But they are number 1 in passing versus number 5 in passing. So these two really just kind of cancel out, if I'm being honest. Passer rating, you can see what's up to rushing the or running the ball. 4th in rushing versus 11th, and the defenses are both average. So there's nothing really standing out. Like, their pass defense is good, but they got the number 1 passer to go up against. They're the worst, second worst pass defense, but Jay Daniels ain't really the best passer. We know this. So I guess this leans Washington on the running. But both teams have advantages running the ball, so I don't know what the hell's going to happen. So let's go to props. Who knows? We'll bet on vibes if we have to. So we have our usual. Let's start over here with the fun ones. And we don't have a damn one to look at. Nothing is even close. We got 160, and that's Jeremy shouldn't get tackles assist. That ain't good. We got anything in the last 5? Last 10? Nothing. Not a touchdown, not a kicker, not a tackle assist, not a sack, not nothing. Ooh, it's going to be one of these games. Okay, so nothing there. Let's go to QBs. We have a 50 and a 30. Okay, so Jay Daniels 237, Goff 272. I'll show them to you because I know you want to see them. Let me show. Ooh, my goodness. Now, we do, like I already showed you, Detroit has the second worst pass defense. So if you think he's going to throw for this much, which, if you think about it, game script wise, let's think for a minute. Let's set the stage. Detroit, they're a double digit. They're a 10-point favorite, basically, double digits. So if they do what they're supposed to do, they should be out with a nice early lead, and maybe they start going crazy, up 21-7 all of a sudden. Well, Washington's going to have to throw the ball more, and more throwing, and more throwing, and more throwing. So this ain't really a bad number if you think about it. So whole season he hit this number. He hit 326. That's a season high. That was in head-to-head. They have not played each other this year, so that doesn't help any. He's averaging 213, last 10 at 210, last 5 at 203. It is going downward, but he has a very, very nice matchup for passing. So if he wants to have something to go up against, there you go. Now let's look at Jared Goff. Now, what do we do with Goff? He's at 272 on the season, which is literally his season. That's what the number is. They just literally saw his season average, said, that works. Last 10, he's at 293. Last 5, he's at 329. So he's been balling out of his mind a little bit. So, I mean, damn, that's Green Bay, Buffalo, and these are tough games. Well, the Bears, no. San Fran and Minnesota. Okay, so you could take this if you want. I don't know. If I'm taking a quarterback, I'm going to take Jay Daniels. I might still take Goff. We'll see. But I'm almost positive I am going to say Jay to throw the ball. It doesn't look best, but we're going for the matchup, and we're going game script. So I'll probably leave this alone. Let me take it off. Running. Do we dare go against the Mr. Gibbs? Just the way he's been doing what he does best. I mean, let's look at some numbers for Gibbs. I don't want to touch Washington running backs because I just have a feeling that they're going to be game scripted out. They're not going to run much unless they get a big lead, which if you're getting a lead on Detroit, congrats. That's crazy because you're a 10-point dog, basically. So look at the line, 83. Jay Daniels at 55. That seems high for him, doesn't it? We'll look at them both, and I'm not looking at Montgomery. Sorry, I'm just not. It's Gibbs' show. It's Gibbs' show. Look at Gibbs' last 3 games, and before that, look what he was doing. All of a sudden, he was like, "No, it's me. I got this. Just give me the ball. Get out of my way." That's what he does best. Jay Daniels passing. Gibbs running the ball, especially if Detroit has the lead, they're going to try to run the clock out a bunch, and he's going to run a bunch. So this is going to be him. They didn't want to use him much in this game, we know, against Buffalo. I say that. No, that wasn't that game. It was this game. He still ran for 109. It means 3 games over 100 in a row. I'll probably take it. Yeah, why not? Let's look at receivers. We didn't look at Jay Daniels running. He ran for 127 against Atlanta. Damn. And then he ran for these. So, I mean, it's 50.3, but I mean, the average is thrown off by running for 127. That's madness. He might do it, though. I mean, if he's going to roll out and be dropping back a lot, he might hit this, but I'm not going to mess with it. No. Just throw the ball. You have a great matchup. Stay in the pocket, throw the ball. So, Receivers. Who do we want to go with here? Last 10, we got anybody? Hey, we got a little something, something. Look at David Montgomery. 100%, 80%. Gibbs, 100%, 70%. Brian Robinson. Not bad. Little man, is this gonna be a day of running back receivers? It could be. I already got one the last game. Damn. I just looked at it. I was like, it's only 15, but he's like 30, 30, 30. Okay, and Gibbs he's all over the place too. Hell, I could take a Gibbs combo play. I feel good about that too. What's his combo yards? Not first quarter. Not first quarter. Just, damn, they got every outlier. You got a little bit too much stuff on here right now. You got me a little flustered trying to find rush receiving, just total. Let's see. Nope, nope, nope. I was right next to it. I'm blind. I have a light staring me right in the eye. Don't say nothing. So yeah, 31 receiving. He is averaging 118 on the whole season. He's averaging 113, which is literally the number. Last 10, he's at 118. Last 5, he's at 134. You know what? I'm gonna take a combo play. Let me just go ahead and type this up. So we're gonna go Daniels over. Nope. This one. Daniels over 237.5 pass yards, because that's what I'm gonna take. I'm gonna take Gibbs over 115? 113.5 rush plus receive yards. Little combo action for Gibbs, because Gibbs is good. He can do that. I'm tempted to take David Montgomery because that looks good. Brian Robinson is a little, it's close. I don't like that one. I think I want to take David Montgomery. Yeah, we're going to stick with Montgomery over 14.5 receiving yards. Now, those are my 3 plays. We looked at receivers. I didn't like anything in the receiver. Well, I guess we like the running backs. If you want to take Khalif Raymond for 5 yards, by all means, there you go. Who else could we take in there? Where are the studs at? Let's resort by. Amon-Ra is at 20% to hit this number. They just something up. They're just like, we don't need them. We're good. We got this. Jameson is doing not bad. It's just Laporta's okay. I'm just going to go with the ones that have been hitting. Montgomery, Gibbs, and Daniels. They've been hitting good. So on top of that, for you non-prop people, you're like, oh, what do you take? I lean Kansas City. I lean Detroit. I think both teams will pass. Sorry, I just do. I think it's going to be kind of boring, but hopefully it's not like a super blowout. Like, I see both winning by at least 2 touchdowns, but that's not crazy blowout. I want some action to where I'm kind of sweating at the end. I don't want to see a 42-10 game. I just don't want to see it. So, but 42-10 would still be under. The total's 55.5. I think I would lean the over in this game though. Under in the first game, over in this game, I would lean, and I would still lean Detroit 9.5. So that's just me. Can a rookie quarterback really go in Detroit and beat the Lions the way they've been playing recently? I don't know. We'll see. So those are my 3 plays for that game. That's my 6 total plays one was talking about. Go back over to the schedule. Tomorrow or Sunday, we will have these 2 games. I'll have the video up tomorrow on Saturday for these 2 games here. Drop a like, drop a comment. Let me know what you're playing. If you want all the sheets that you see, if you want to do your own research, or if you want the plays typed out for you, go to the HQ and join. Other than that, we will see you tomorrow for some more NFL discussion. Peace.